Hi there, and thanks for tuning in. As you may or may not know, snow and ice management is a service offered by DB Lawn Solutions for the winter months. And somehow we've managed to escape every predicted snowfall for our area here in Northeast PA. And we could blame that on the weathermen, blame that on Mother Nature, who knows. Regardless, I think it's very important to talk a little bit about rock salt and its applications. And right now that's very front of mind with me simply because I just left the property of a potential new business client who informed me that they are very interested in our services, but they currently have a guy that does a pretty good job for them. And I said, that's fine. Well, what leads you to believe that your guy does such a great job? And they said, well, even though we haven't had any snowfall, we have needed rock salt. And as you can see, our parking lot here has no ice and has a nice white residue. And as soon as I heard that the nice white residue on the blacktop, it triggered something in my mind. And what we know about rock salt is it doesn't take much of the product to get the result that we desire, which is no ice, or reducing ice, or moving it from the solid to liquid form and then off the property. Um, and because it doesn't take much of the product, there's no reason that after a storm we should see uh, any type of white residue. That's a pure indication of an over application of it. It's excessive salt, and eventually that ends up in our runoff water, goes into storm drains, leads into tributaries, streams, lakes, rivers, ponds, drinking water, you name it. This will find its way into these areas, and we know that's a bad thing. On a small scale, it means very little. Magnify that, it means a great deal. So, what I want you to do is be conscious of the amount of rock salt being applied to your commercial properties, your driveways at your house, whether it's you doing it, whether it's a service provider. Now, be aware of the amount of this product being used and know that it doesn't take much of it to get that desired result. Excessive applications are bad for the environment. Translates to a higher cost, either directly from you or from your service provider. And equally as important is the type of material being used to manage ice on your concrete areas, whether it's a concrete sidewalk in front of your home, leading up to your home, or even a paver area. Maybe it's a patio or a walkway. These areas should be receiving calcium chloride applications. This product is much more friendly to these surfaces versus rock salt, which is responsible for cracking and pitting and rapid deterioration of these areas. So again, the important thing right now is be aware of how much of it is being applied, when it's being applied. Maybe it doesn't even need to be applied. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call. We could easily be reached at 586 TURF. We hope to hear from you with any questions, and in the meantime, stay safe.